Now, Emmanuel Macron is causing controversy at home too. The French president saying that France spends, quote, a crazy amount of money on social benefits. This in a video published online by his Republic on the Move party.
Look at where we are with welfare. We're plunking wads of cash into subsistence benefits, and people are still poor. People who are born poor stay poor. You become poor, you stay poor. We need to have something that can help people get out. It's through education. This is how we're going to do things. So we have to prevent poverty and make people aware of their responsibilities to lift themselves out of poverty.
And I'm joined now by our French politics editor, Marc Perelman. So, Marc, what's this all about then?
Well, it's really about PR, essentially. And it's very interesting because this was actually put out not by Emmanuel Macron's party, but actually by his press advisor. So this was coming directly from him, essentially. And what he wanted to do is to convey this notion using fairly vulgar language, saying we're spending crazy amount of dough, essentially, on social benefits. And this was to prepare the ground for a speech he gave this afternoon about what he intends to do to fight poverty. And this was a way for him to respond to press reports and some declarations by several of his ministers saying we need really to look very closely at the whole gamut of social benefits that are being given to those in need, to see if maybe we can make it more efficient, i.e. essentially cut into those benefits. Obviously, this is a very sensitive issue, and so it's interesting to see that the Élysée Palace is putting out this very short clip, maybe to prepare the French for the measures that are here to come. Obviously, they've incurred a lot of criticism, both from the right and from the left, saying, again, Emmanuel Macron is proving that he is not sensitive to the French, and especially to the ordinary French, those who don't have enough to send their kids to school or to pay for their medicines.
What's he proposing to do then? What changes does he want to introduce?
Well, he gave a speech this afternoon, and he didn't announce very specific measures. All those measures are still in the work. He essentially said, okay, we need to change the mindset. The mindset being that those in need will go and essentially get some money, and that's all the government will do to help them. He said we need to improve the condition, attack the root causes of why people are poor or why people become poor in this country. And this is giving them more access to a good education, to good health care. So he didn't announce very specific measures, but he's clearly saying we're going to look into all those benefits, saying are they efficient? Do they help people to get out of poverty, or is it just a way for them to keep going? But obviously, the hard part will be when the government announces the measures. There have been reports in some papers that those benefits, especially those going to those most in need, could be cut by 7 billion euros within the next 2 years. That's a lot of money. The government has staunchly denied this, but they haven't announced those measures. So obviously, there'll be very hard decisions around the corner for the government. And Emmanuel Macron knows that this is a very, very sensitive issue. He's already gone after the labor law, now the reform of the railway system. This could be a much harder nut to crack for him.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your analysis, Marc.